Howdy guys, I'm Aiden, and welcome back to the Archive channel. I don't mean to alarm you or anything, but you're actually watching a companion video. Gasp, a companion video! What does that mean? Well, it basically means I put out a video on Blue Couch Productions that I'm tentatively titling How to Beat Sonic R. And in that video, I don't really explain how to get the game up and running on a modern computer. That's what this companion video is for. Just a warning, heads up, I'm going to be stealing a lot of information from this video right here called The Definitive Way to Play Sonic R by BlazeHedgehog. I know it says it's from 6 years ago, but all of the information is totally accurate. If you have any questions after watching this video, I would recommend watching this one. In fact, I recommend just watching in general. There's cool little differences between the different versions. Plus, he lets you know how to play the game and a little bit of the philosophy behind it. Great video. Always support the original works. I'm making this one specifically in case you struggle with the install process. So I'm going to show you exactly how I got Sonic R running on my computer. Again, though, go check out this original video. It's really good. Link in the description. To start, though, if you want to play Sonic R on your computer, you need the PC version of Sonic R. One problem, though, it's not on Steam. So, yeah, how exactly are we going to get it? Unfortunately, that's just where the tutorial ends. I wish there was a way to just conveniently go on the internet, maybe even check out an archive of some kind, and just hit download on any Sonic R PC copy you find, but unfortunately, that world just doesn't exist. So I recommend going and actually buying a copy and supporting Sega. Trust me, they need the money. After that, though, you're going to want this piece of software called the Sonic R Updater. This is on GitHub, link in the description below. And what this does is it takes any Sonic R PC version, doesn't matter where from, and then it patches it so that it has the ability to run mods. It also includes the mod manager and a few essential mods that you'll need. So go ahead and download this Sonic R Updater. Last but not least, you'll want to frequent a website called Game Banana, and that's where a lot of the mods for this game are located. I'll leave links in the description for all of the mods I use because there are going to be a few that aren't included normally. All right. With all of that being said, what you're going to want to do is make a folder and title it Sonic R, like so. And in that folder, you're going to want the updater file, and then wherever you get your PC version of the game. There we go. We're going to go ahead and unzip our PC copy. Like so. And then at that point, we really don't need our compressed version anymore. We're going to go here into Sonic R, and what you're looking for is this file called Sonic R ISO. Double click that. Hit open, pull up this, hit next, go to custom, and what you want to do is select the folder that you want the game installed on. So in my case, I want it in D on my Sonic R folder, and then hit next, and then hit next, and then hit install, and watch it install. All right, it's done. Didn't take any time at all. You'll get this DVD drive thing. If that's your case, you can just hit eject. We don't need it anymore because the game's already installed into our folder. Now we can click on the Sonic R Updater.exe, and then make sure this is the same file same folder where you downloaded the game. So I installed the game in D/Sonic R. The same is true for the updater. Then it goes ahead and adds in the music tracks, the mod manager, and patches the game for you. Pretty quickly, I might add, too. Not a lot of game, but still. Oh boy, we're installing Microsoft.net? Yes! I love Microsoft. They're so freaking cool. Oh, hey, look, it's done. So once you hit finish, bam, here's your mod manager with 4 mods. ADX music, remove stray UI pixels, Saturn style coloring, and EggRobo texture fix. We're going to keep all these. These are good mods. You want to have them. The thing I would recommend you doing is going to graphics, uncheck this, uncheck this, uncheck this, go to this dropdown and hit native. This will make the game play at the native resolution of your monitor. In my case, 2516 by 1440. We're going to go to options, and you can check for updates on the mods every time you start up the mod manager. We can click check now for fun. Okay. No mods need updates. A lot of these are like 6 years old, so I figured that was the case. These 4 mods are all you need to get the game up and running. However, I have a list of mods that I like, so I'm going to show them to you. Again, link in the description below. I'll even show you how to install one of these mods. Okay, so the one we're going to go with, to just as demonstration, is by BlazeHedgehog, the guy who made the YouTube video. I know, crazy. He really does give a lot. You want to go to Files, hit Manual Download, click Download, open it up wherever you had it downloaded. In my case, I'm going to hit Copy, go back to Sonic R, and what you'll want is to see this mod folder here, hit Paste, and then be sure you extract it. So now we can get rid of the zipped version. And to make sure that it worked, go back over to that quirky little mod manager and hit refresh. And bam, you'll notice Sonic 3D Blast Saturn sound effect showed up. Hit this, and then when you're done adding in all your mods, you can hit save and play to launch the game. However, I have a couple of more mods that I downloaded, so I'm gonna just do that real quick. And there are all the mods. So if I hit refresh, we have 3D Blast Saturn sound effects, intro music fix, Knuckles shoe fix, Metal Knuckles has green eyes, Tails ear and Tails shoe fix, and widescreen assets. I say the most important ones are widescreen assets, intro music fix, and Sonic 3D Blast Saturn sound effects. Widescreen assets make the game look good in widescreen. Intro music fixes like a weird pause after the song starts, and then it is just silent for whatever reason. And Sonic 3D Blast Saturn sound effects adds sound effects from 3D Blast into the Sonic R. And since the same development studio, Traveler's Tales, made both games, it's fitting because, you know, it's the same work. Knuckles shoe fix, Metal Knuckles has green eyes, Tails ear and shoe fix, along with EggRobo texture fix, are all visuals. They just make the models look slightly cleaner, in my opinion. So you don't have to have them. I just like them, and so we're keeping them. You'll notice none of these are gameplay-specific mods. Those do exist, and you can look on Game Banana to find them. However, I think the gameplay is good enough as is. So, yeah, all of this is doing is just fixing any bugs with the PC version. We're not altering the game significantly. And in fact, again, you don't have to go with my mod list. You can go with something you want and even add crazier shit. There's like a Shadow the Hedgehog mod. It's crazy. All right, last step, we're going to want to hit this save and play button. So let's do that. If you have a controller plugged into your computer, I'd make sure to turn that on right about now. You get to this title screen, hit enter. And then for me, my controller just starts working right away. If it doesn't for you, you can use the arrow keys for the keyboard controls. We're gonna go over to options real quick. Go to controls. And if you wanna set your keyboard keys, you can do that here. I'm gonna go and set my joystick. This option won't be available if Sonic R doesn't detect your controller. All right, so here's how I would set everything up. I mentioned it in the main video, but if you haven't watched that yet, here's the short version. Action should be set to your bottommost button. In that case, it is B for me, but it might be something different for you. Pause can be set to start, select. I'm gonna use the plus button on my Switch-Lite controller. It doesn't matter. Accelerate should be set to your leftmost button. In my case, it's the Y button. L brake should be set on your left bumper, not trigger, your left bumper. This is for turning. Right brake should be set on your right bumper, not the right trigger, right bumper. Very important. And then camera just zooms out the field of view ever so slightly. You can set this really to whatever the hell you want. I'm going to put it on my rightmost button, which in this case is A. Good deal. And then with that set, you can use your action button to go through the menu options.
Ready, set, go!
All right, so B jumps, like so. You can hold Y to accelerate. I typically don't use the accelerate button. I just use the sticks. And that helps you accelerate. It also helps you steer, which is nice. I hit A to zoom the camera out. Now it's zoomed in. Now it's zoomed out. Look at it go. Cool. Anyway, left bumper makes me kind of drift left. Right bumper makes me go right. Pretty self-explanatory. You can also, if you want to save your game, just do that via Sonic R. You can mess with your save data. And feel free to change the controls if these don't suit you. This is just how I like to play. All I'm really doing is using the sticks and the action button to double jump, L and R to help make tight turns. I'm not really using accelerate or the camera button, if that makes sense. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would please go check out the BlazeHedgehog original, linked in the description below. And if you really want more Sonic R and learn all my opinions about it, including how to beat the game, go check out the Blue Catch Productions video, because all this was just a companion piece. All right, goodbye, everybody.